Visit theboneonline.com. Thanks to Hooters, Hurricane Eddie's in Dunedin, Abe's Place, Norton's East Side, and Downtown Pizza. 1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
And now, it's the Mike Calta Aftershow. With your host, Johnny B.
Let's go. Smooth sailing from here on out. Shut up.
Yeah, baby, let's get it. Ow. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday. This is the Mike Calta After Show. I am Johnny B. Thank you for staying on the air with us. We'll be covering a little bit of things they talked about today on the Mike Calta Show, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here, Monday through Friday on 102.5 The Bone. And I got some other stuff for you, too. I'm going to try to keep you entertained until 11 o'clock in the morning when we turn you over to JP on The Bone. JoJo is out all week. She is, Utah, South Dakota, some sort of like Illuminati 4th of July week get together with a bunch of rich folks and fireworks and fancy foods. She deserves it. She's a hardworking lady and she deserves a vacation. So this week I'll be throwing together some more people to pop in. I think I got Corey Cardinal coming in a couple days. I got T.M. Powell calling in on Wednesday to talk one of the newer movies coming out. I got Ian Beckles, of course, on Thursdays, and a lot of stuff going on. And we'll be fighting all kinds of crazy weather this week. We'll talk about that, too. Phone lines are open, 800-771-1025. And, of course, social media, Johnny B. Tampa on everything. Instagram especially, but also the X, formerly known as Twitter, and all that stuff. So, Johnny B. Tampa sitting in with me today. It's not his first time here. He is a rising star in the local comedian scene. You can find him on all social media. Manny the Comic. It is Manny Gassett. What's up, buddy?
Hey-o, what's up?
I'd love to see what you're first going to do. And I didn't have AO on my bingo card, but here you are. Here you are, man. We did a great show on Saturday night. Shout out to everybody that came out to the Twisted Tiki over in St. Pete Beach. Oh, man, it was awesome.
Very fun.
I came up with a brand new concept for a crowd work show.
And it'll soon spread through all of Tampa.
Yeah, it will be copied. Well, it's so hard. Like, I wanted to come up with something unique, and I got buddies that do bucket shows. I got, my friends out at Laugh Out Lounge do a bucket show where you just pull out random things out of a bucket, and a comedian has to work on the fly. It's kind of like an improv, technique they did on Whose Line Is It Anyway? The good old days of improv and stuff.
The best improv. The only one.
Second City, the Groundlings, people like that are pretty good, too. That's where a lot of those stem from.
Yeah, that's where they try out to go to Whose Line.
I guess, or SNL eventually, maybe, So I came up with a concept called Money Talks, where we just get up and do stand-up. And while we're in the middle of our set, anytime during the set, I had Sharpies placed all over the room. You could just write down a word, a phrase, a request, pretty much anything you want on actual cash. You bring it up to the comics randomly at any time, and we have to incorporate it immediately into our sets. And it was a lot of fun. We had you opened it up, and then we had John J. Murray, a local headliner, and Matt Fernandez, another great local headliner. And the three of us, we do a podcast called The Three Ugly Mugs, where we talk comedy, sports mainly, and then beer and everything else. And, so we're hanging out every week anyway. Mm-hmm. Those guys just happen to not be booked on the same Saturday night. And I was like, you guys want to hang out and do this new concept? And they were like, yeah, let's do it. And it worked out great. Crowd was packed. Everybody had a good time. We all made a little bit of cash, So it was wonderful. So everybody that came out, thank you so much. And also thank you to the staff over at the Twisted Tiki and everything. It's a fun room.
It was packed.
Yeah, dude, it's a riot. It's working out. That's
Right
all
on
I'm
the
going to say.
beach. Beautiful spot too.
Oh man, I'm so happy to see how they bounced back on Corey Avenue over there, and of course,
You're
St.
saying
Pete
they
Beach.
had a flood, right?
Flood? Were you not here? I don't know, 10 months ago.
Yeah, but I was worried about my own neck of the woods.
Well, your neck of the woods can suck it. You live in like Lutz. Nobody had a big
we
flood
were
out
above
there.
ground level.
Most of you, but no, Corey Ave, St. Pete Beach, that whole area, all the way up into Gulfport, everything was underwater. Like they were inside the ocean. It was, I think that whole road there was like under 3 to 4 or 5 feet of water. So a lot of them still haven't bounced back. When you go over there, it still is very sad to see some of the businesses are just done. But a lot of them did bounce back, and Twisted Tiki's one of them. All the other bars up and down there, the Buoy, Toasted Monkey, a lot of those are
Toasted Monkey.
Oh, it's funny you should mention that.
It's a great name.
It is a great name, and it's an iconic place right there on the beach. I love that whole area over there. Oyster Shuckers, I've been going over there for years. Corey Avenue has like a market on the weekends.
Okay.
Actually, where I first met my buddy Voodoo Chef was at the Corey Ave market. He was out there and probably, I don't know, over 10 years ago. He was selling his sauces and spices out there. Just
that green sauce, man.
All that sauce, dog. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, we got a lot of stuff to get to. One of the things I do on Mondays is a little segment I call the best thing I ate all weekend. And I'll do that now.
The best thing I ate all weekend. Stuck my face, I can't pretend. From Tampa to the bone we send. Laughter and crumbs to the bitter end. Laughter and crumbs to the bitter end.
Yeah, I actually got I got two things. First of all, I went over and I'm doing a little project with Ian Beckles. I don't want to let too much out of the bag yet because I don't know when we're gonna like really start talking about it. But let's say it's there's a production value. So I went over to Dignitary Cafe Friday when I left here, and one of the best things I had all weekend started out Friday afternoon because my gal Chef Sandy was out there. She's there every Friday and Saturday now with the Balti Bayou food truck, and she, obviously we're eating several things from her truck, but one of the things I had not had, she makes beignets, like classic beignets you get in New Orleans,
like Cafe Du Monde style.
Exactly. And I've been there many times, Cafe Du Monde. You get the chicory coffee and then the beignets. But she brought lemon wedges out, and she has the little kind of custard dipping sauce that you put them in that you'll get. But she goes, try squeezing the lemons onto the beignets first. And she could tell me to do anything, and I'll try it. She was right. So you squeeze the lemon onto the beignet. It's got the powdered sugar. And then you dip it into the little custard stuff. And when you bite into it, it tastes like a lemon cake beignet. Oh my God. It was unbelievable. Like the whole bar, the whole Dignitary Cafe was eating them. And when something's so tasty, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Right? Which is probably the most laughter they had in Dignitary Cafe all weekend, to be honest. But I'm kidding. I'm joking, dudes. Come on, guys. You're young comics. I'm messing with you. I'm busting balls over here.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm busting balls over here. No, it's funny.
Dude, you got my mouth watering.
No, so they were amazing. So if you do go out, and you should go out and see Chef Sandy, don't leave without the beignets, dude. Like, you gotta get them. And the other best thing I had all weekend to eat was at the Toasted Monkey. On St. Pete Beach. We stopped by. It was my wife and I's dating anniversary. The first day we met, our first date was June 28th.
No kidding.
2014.
Okay.
So we're 11 years as of Saturday was our 11-year anniversary of our first date.
Aw.
I know. We celebrate it. We're corny. We're corny kids.
So sweet.
And I was like, well, let's grab a bite to eat somewhere on the beach before the show at the Twisted Tiki. And we went over to Toasted Monkey. And it was a great meal, but the thing that stood out the most to me was the most simple thing that was on my plate, and that was sweet potato fries.
Oh, they're so good, though.
You think about sweet potato fries, you think like they look like regular French fries. These were like crinkle cut, but they were thick, they were wide, they were fat, and they were crispy, and they were just the perfect everything that a sweet potato fry could be. And it was another one of those things. I was like looking at my wife, and I go, am I freaking out over sweet potato fries? And my wife ate one. She goes, holy F, that is the best sweet potato fry I've ever had in my life. And I go, you know what? they're going to get mentioned on Monday.
The best thing I ate all weekend. Stuck my face, I can't pretend. From Tampa to the bone, we said laughter and crumbs to the bitter end. Laughter and crumbs to the bitter end.
Hell yeah. I'm glad I came up with an official segment to show love to local food.
If you ever have the chance, try peach fries.
Whose?
Peach fries.
What the hell is that?
Fries made with peach.
Oh, peach fries.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Pete's
Dude,
fries.
no,
Like
no.
Pete Face, but Pete fries.
No, screw Pete. I'm talking about peach fries.
What do you mean? You cut peaches and you bread them?
Dude, it's the weirdest sounding thing. Had I
It just
not been
sounds like-
forced to try it,
It just
I
sounds
would've-
fried Pete's. or
It's
peaches.
so delicious.
Where?
Well, dang, the food truck's closed down, so it doesn't
It's a
matter
food
anymore.
truck that did it?
Yeah, it was a chicken and waffles food truck, and they
So-
made honey waffles with. Yeah, it was so.
Why'd
good.
they close down?
The guy sucked at running business.
Are you serious?
It was the best food, bro. It was so good,
Yeah. I mean, you say fried peaches. I just think you fry.
dude. If I had
Anything.
if I had screw you money, I would pay him to open that thing back up.
Really?
Yeah, it was so good.
Why don't you just steal the concept? It's over. You could just do your own.
I don't want to cook for people all
Just
day.
peaches.
I don't want to do it. Just peaches.
Just peaches, dude.
Just peaches.
Just a full peach truck. Nothing else. Every way you can cook a peach.
Risk a lawsuit from Nintendo. Peaches, peaches, peaches.
Oh, see, every time I have you with me, your nerd comes out, dude.
Yeah.
You have to understand.
Yeah.
This.
You talk about sports, I talk about nerdy stuff.
Yeah, but you got to know the demo, right? People listening to the Bone, they're not all a bunch of damn geeks, you know? Like,
No, yeah, you're right. They're cool guys.
that's what I'm saying.
They're all cool guys. They like sports
And girls.
and beer and pretzels
girls.
and
Pretzels?
I don't know.
I do love pretzels, dude.
You see what I mean?
I know.
With beer cheese,
Peaches, though, would be a great idea, though.
peach fries,
Peach fries, peach pie,
fries. That's just cobbler.
peach cobbler.
Oh, the best.
I got my peaches out in Georgia.
Yeah, it's so good, dude. Oh, that was the uncensored version. I had to pot that down real fast.
It's not down all the way.
Yeah. So, man, I let me give my opinion on the comedy show at Dignitary Cafe, right? Because
Okay.
I was listening today, and this is something to recap, right?
Okay. I'm curious.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. Like, I know a couple of the comedians that were on the. I gotta be honest. I out of the.
There's just one I didn't recognize, but I knew the rest. Yeah.
Well, see, I don't know. Yeah, you're more in touch with the open mic scene. I don't go to a lot of open mics.
No, you don't.
I just don't have time, really. And doing nighttime radio for the last, 11 and a half years before I got on mornings, I really couldn't go to open mics during the week, and I was doing the Johnny B show at night. And now, if I have time to go to one during the week, nah.
You gotta be picky about it. Yeah.
Nah, they're all far drives, and I don't want to be in a room with 10 other open micers, and I'm in the back of the room, and they're like, "What's the old guy doing here?" Like, why is he
Yeah.
here? He don't need to be here.
All
He
the
just-
open micers pay attention to you and not the comic. Yeah.
I don't know. They're either kissing my ass or they hate my guts. There's no in between.
Yeah.
So that's annoying, So I don't want to do that. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to blame a venue. I don't like that. Sometimes, whatever it was saying, sometimes the vibe could be a little, harder than another room. Comedy club's always
Right.
going to be your best setting,
Outdoor shows don't work as great as indoor shows.
I agree. Things like that. But it's tough. When you got, the whole show, everybody's been doing it less than a year and a half, you really shouldn't be blaming the audience at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm 2 years in. I don't blame the audience. I always blame myself.
Well, look, same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes, or I'll blame the comedian in front of me if they suck balls, because the vibe's bad,
Yeah.
Let's say I'm doing an outdoor show, which is tough, right?
Yeah.
And let's say the comic in front of me says the R word and offends somebody in the audience.
Who would do that?
I don't know. And a guy in the
Sounds like an
audience
idiot.
is trying to fight the guy who's hosting the show, right? And then instead of handling it, the host just bails and calls me up prematurely on stage and says, all right, I guess I'll just bring the headliner up since you hate me and everything. And then brings me up with, I don't know, the energy of a stage
hospice.
4 cancer patient. Yeah. And then I get up while the guy is still yelling at the host, right? He wants to murder him. And then I have to address this guy. That makes it tough,
Sounds like a bad comedian.
Probably a guy that's been doing it less than 2 years.
Yeah.
That
sounds about right.
Making mistakes. And then maybe somebody that I grew up with in Seminole Heights, grabs a guy by the face and mushes it and drags him into the parking lot because the guy's threatening to beat me up, and then maybe the cops get called out to the place.
That was pretty dope, though.
You don't mess, dude.
You don't mess with that guy.
Dude, when I saw that guy used to be family. I was married and my first wife was his cousin, right?
Shut up.
Oh, yeah. So we're still like family. We're still basically family, right? So when I see old cats from the old neighborhood and they're at my comedy show and then all of a sudden somebody's yelling they want to kick my ass, I'm thinking, this ain't going to go well for you, buddy, because there was only 8 of us white people in my neighborhood growing up, and one of them's here, and he will mush your face and drag you into the parking lot.
And you'll fight.
And, he did. It was something. And then I'm on stage, and I'm doing well, and I see cop lights, and I'm like... all right, I guess I'm murdering because the cops are here. I don't know. It was, my point is, man, F you that night, dude. You said,
that was terrible.
But no, it's a learning process, dude. It's a learning thing, so it's good. But yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you what, that was the best show we ever had at that venue.
Of course, I was the headliner. What do you want? But the thing about these young comics, they're and a lot of them aren't even young. Some of them are starting comedy in their 40s or 50s. I see that. Brand new comics, even in their 60s. I see this all the time.
And that's cool.
Whatever, dude. Yeah. But
Dope.
Don't expect to be famous overnight. It takes it's hard to start when you're 45 or 55 because you got a lot of grind in front of you. It's very rare it's going to happen for you in a year, 2 years, 3 years. And all the effort in the world, it's commendable, it's admirable, all those words, right? You go, oh man, good for you, way to grind, way to go, but it's not going to create the results that you really need overnight just because you're posting montages of yourself on stage on social media,
with music in the background.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that's cool and all, but I feel like a lot of people just want the clout.
Right. Yeah. You were the first one to tell me, don't post your material you're still telling on stage because people are going to come out and be like, why am I hearing this again?
Well, it's not just that.
We're not musicians.
When you're new, you don't want to put this raw, unproven, unseasoned, bad product out there on the internet. You don't want that. Like, I wish I wouldn't have put things on YouTube 15 years ago.
Especially not if you're going to work and develop it. Like crowd work, that's one thing because you're not going to do the same crowd work twice.
Well, the crowd work needs to be really good, though. It needs to be really good. It needs to be an organic situation that happened that you didn't force because a lot of people are trying to force crowd work now. I see comedians getting up on stage and sitting on a bar stool thinking they're going to be Nate Jackson, thinking they're going to be Matt Rife. And they're gonna make it happen. Big Jay Okerson. Yeah, I'm gonna still sit up here. I'm so cash.
Right.
I'm gonna do crowd. I'm gonna make this happen. You're not.
Fingerless gloves.
You're not. It takes, how long it took Big J to be great?
It's like a minimum 10 years.
It takes a long time.
10,000 hours to be an expert in anything.
I don't know about that rule, but
it
sounds good. That sounds like a lot of time. That sounds pretty good. The more time, the better, usually, And look, some people will do stand-up for 10 years and not be good. I know people that have been doing open mics for 10 years, and they're just not ever going to get there. And it's okay. It's not for everybody. Not everybody can be an athlete. Not everybody can be a computer programmer. Not everybody can be a chef.
Right.
No matter how hard you want it. I think there's a problem in society with people telling people they could be whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
Stop telling your kids that. Stop it. Most of them can't.
There needs to be so much more realism.
You can't. Don't tell your kid they can be the president if you don't have $1 billion in the bank. You know
or
what
a
I'm
gold card.
My point. But, look, I'm all about comics putting together, I like that the fact that he didn't charge anybody. What he did at Dignitary was cool to me because you get a bunch of comics that want to do something that's not an open mic.
Right.
right? Which is great.
And there are spaces for that, yeah.
Yes. And then he put together a show that's a bunch of, guys that are doing it less than a year and a half that want to get up and do a few minutes in front of a different audience. Mm-hmm. And you did it for free. That's good.
It's great.
It's a little comedy showcase of brand new comedians. Great. I saw Zach Stein on there. I like Zach. I
love that guy.
He's done a couple sets in front of me before, right?
That's unfortunate.
No, it ain't.
Just kidding.
I didn't think he sucked. I didn't think he was that bad.
I bum every time I work with you. No.
Yeah, I like Everett. He's a guy. He's a good guy. He's got like a lot of young comics. He's got a lot of work to do, but he's nice, and he's out there. He's at open mics all
passionate.
the time. Yeah, he loves comedy. For sure. I don't like it when you get a bunch of guys that have been doing comedy a year and they're charging, or you get some booker that's, and I use quotations because it's not, it's an open micer that's getting a bar and he's telling this bar, I'm going to bring comedy to your bar. And then he charges, 10, 15, 20 bucks a ticket. And it's 4 open micers and none of them are great. Most of them suck because that kind of soils the scene when people go to a comedy show and they've never been to a comedy show and they go, oh, they're having comedy night at this brewery. And you go to this brewery and they go, that's what comedy is in Tampa Bay? I'm never going to another show again. That was ass.
Right.
That pisses me off a little bit because, don't do that to the scene. Don't charge people for doo-doo. Let them know it's possible doo-doo.
Right.
And it's okay.
You have places like Mothership, like the Clearwater Suncoast Comedy Club, where they'll have showcases of people that have, they have Mothership in Texas.
Are you talking about Austin? I'm talking Tampa Bay here, brother.
Okay. All right, cool. So
why don't you mention the Cellar or the
Sunshine Comedy Club and Clearwater Comedy Club?
Oh, you want Tokyo Comedy Club in Japan?
You'll see headliners there on the weekend, but in the weekdays, you have regular, not headlining comedians, and they'll do 15-minute sets, 10-minute sets a piece, but those are discounted tickets. They have to charge because otherwise that place is not going to be there.
Well, during the week, the open mics during the week here, it's are they charging? I think a lot of them will charge the comedians to get up on stage too. But
the only one I know is Side Splitters.
Side Splitters charges
$14.24
for comics to get up.
Yeah, for the main club, and then if you go to Wesley Chapel, it's $5.
Okay.
Yeah, if you bring 4 people, it's free for you.
Well, there you go. Bring 4 people. You loser. You don't have 4 friends.
Exactly.
There you go. When I started comedy, you had to do a contest.
I haven't paid for a ticket in a long time.
You had to be in a competition. There was really no open mics. There was a workshop at Side Splitters in the afternoon on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
It was great. I go down there, and it was Pretty Paul Parsons. It was a cat named Mo, and he was just Maurice Jovan would pop in, and different the guy that really mentored me. There was a few of them that really mentored me back in the day, and some of the guys from the night. Mike Rivera was one of the guys that I would talk to. Steve Eric was one of those guys that I would talk to, and you go there and you do a workshop and you would write and then you would compare notes and you would give each other taglines, and then every now and then Bobby Jewell would walk through the room and he's like, who's got 5 minutes? And then I'd be like, I got 5 minutes. He's like, yeah, okay, well, that's good talking to you. And he'd walk out of the room. I'm like, all right, thank you. But
checks out.
He was such a ball buster to me, dude. But you had to do a competition. And the competition was usually at the Improv had them. It was Improv was still brand new. You had to bring 10 people to be in the competition.
Wow.
They wouldn't let you in unless you brought 10 people. And then you would get all these comics would bring 10 people. And sometimes there'd be 30 people in the competition, and there'd be 300 or 400 people in the audience for an open mic competition.
Good Lord.
I had an advantage over a lot of people because I was working as a poker dealer at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, okay.
And we had thousands of employees, and they all loved me. So I would just put a little poster up in the break room, be like, I'm doing a competition. If you guys want to come out, sign up. Boom. I'd bring 50 to 100 people every time there was a competition. And it was audience applause, and then I would win, and I'd piss off the other comedians.
Okay.
Like, it's just got a bunch of friends. And then I would tell them, there's a thing called likability. Maybe you should work on it.
Don't make friends.
You should work on it, I'm like Fat Dane Cook. Everybody likes me. Let's take a break. When we come back, Manny Gassett, it is our very last gay of the day for 2025 because it is June 30th. It's the last time we can do it. Tomorrow is July. Who will it be? Find out when we come back. This is the Mike Calta Aftershow.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5 The Bone.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Summer is here, and it's time to get your backyard ready where you always wanted it to be. From custom patios and pavers to upgraded driveways, Waterman Properties is your go-to for bringing your summer vision to life. Whether you're remodeling, rebuilding, or repairing from a storm, Waterman Properties handles everything from demolition to install with expert care and zero runaround. Visit watermanproperties.net or call 813-715-7383. It's Waterman Properties. Your vision is their mission. Hit them up today and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob? What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
The bigger, better, faster summer event is on at Jerry Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Get deals on over 1,000 vehicles in stock during the Employee Pricing Plus event. Save up to $15,000 on new 2025 models, and your first 3 payments are on us. And don't forget to visit our website and enter for your chance to win a new Ram 1500. It's all happening at the #1 Ram dealer in the U.S., Jerry Ohm. Tampa is Ohm Country. Online at jerryohm.com. Call 1-800-840-0798 for complete details.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Summer is here, so if you are thinking about selling your home, now is the time. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can sell your home quickly and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP, and you can skip all the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly without the stress of showings, open houses, and those costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed all-cash offer allows you to sell your home in as little as 21 days and move when you're ready. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Hey, boss, it's me, your air conditioning unit. You know, the one who cools your house. Just wanted to remind you that summertime means I'll be working overtime. Because the hotter it is, the harder I work. And the more electricity I use to keep your home feeling like, well, you don't live in Florida. So don't be alarmed when your electric bill goes up. In fact, 50% of that bill can be from my cooling. Here's a tip for you, boss. Go to TampaElectric.com/summerbills for more information and ways you can save. You're welcome.
If you need to hire, it seems like the whole process can be exhausting. You search resumes, wait for the right candidates to apply, set up initial interviews. It's a lot of time and work. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates for your job the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro is super easy to use. You simply pick a time, and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you can choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day. Best of all, you save time and energy.
Try Zip Intro for free right now at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow. Once again, go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. People often ask me why our mattresses last so long. The answer is simple. We build them right. Not only are OMF mattresses durable, they give you peace of mind from day one. When you invest in a mattress from OMF, you're investing in better sleep tonight and smart savings for years to come. No more frequent replacements, no more wasted time shopping. To learn more about the true value of durability, visit originalmattress.com and read our latest blog on getting the most from your mattress investment.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Toyota.com. This is Fox 13's Dave Osterberg from the Sky Tower Weather Center. Variable clouds for today, 50-50 on the rain chance for you with a high temperature going into the upper 80s this afternoon. Mild and muggy tonight with a low of 77 degrees. And the rain chances for Tuesday continue at around 50%. Otherwise, variable clouds with a high in the upper 80s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show.
Whoa, last time I checked, I'm still hot. Real hot. Kept it dope without a pill pop.
Welcome back to my Calta After Show, 10:30 in the morning on the dot. Happy Monday. Very gray Monday. It's going to be like that all week long. I don't know if you've checked the weather. You can hear it right here on the bone. We got all the updates from our folks over at Fox 13. But, yeah, small, tiny chance of like a tropical system building at the end of the week, right in time for 4th of July. But, probably won't happen, but what we will get is a ton of rain. Big rain event is what they call it, which I'm not upset about because I would rather it rain all week long than have my stupid neighbors blowing up all the fireworks every damn night for the next 2 weeks. I hope you get soaked out, you dumb grown bitches. You blowing your money. You're on Facebook talking about how broke you are, but you're going out to the corner tent and you're buying $500 worth of boom boom so you can make the noise in your yard and make it sound like goddamn Iraq in my neighborhood. We have an HOA, for Christ's sakes. Johnny B. Tampa on everything. My guest today is one of my good buddies, Manny Gassett. You can find him, Manny the Comic, on all the social media and all that stuff.
Senor.
Yes, there he is. He's Hispanic. Hola. All right. There he goes, everybody. So enjoy. It is June 30th, so it's the last day of June. And if you've been paying attention, every day in June that I have been on air, I have been honoring my favorite gays with the little thing I call the gay of the day.
Gay of the day, celebrate life and say every day a gay hooray.
Oh, man, this is a toughie, man, trying to figure out who I wanted to go with my gay of the day. I've done so many this month. And for people who are wondering why, it's Pride Month, folks. It's Pride Month. Yeah, so I like to honor a gay
When
every
you've been
day.
living in a closet somewhere? Jesus.
Well, come out, especially in June. Get out of that closet.
Come on.
This person, and I always like to have my co-host try to figure out who it is. This person.
So this will be fun.
Yes, this would be great. This might take to the end of the show, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
This is an actress and comedian. So there you go. I've done a lot of comedians. Get it?
No, you haven't.
I've done no, not really. Wait, hold on.
Well, your wife is funnier than you, so I mean,
She is the
that does
funniest.
count. That does
I'm trying to think if I have any comedians. Hold on, let me check. Hold on, because I was married. This is my third one. I've been doing comedy since the first wife. Was there any gaps in between the wives? No.
Thank God you didn't poop where you
No
ate.
comedians.
Good.
Nope.
Good.
Now, a couple staff members at different venues.
That's not a comedian, though.
Sister of a bar or a club manager in Georgia.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure, not that great.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't. That was the Bigfoot story. I'll tell you that one day if you haven't heard it. That was, Albany, Georgia. I'll never go back.
She's still selling feet pics, too? You don't have to answer that.
I'm so
Anyways,
mad. So
moving
mad
on.
at JoJo for not being here. So mad. This comedian and actress, probably known more as an actress, also singer, producer, started her career out as a comedian from Detroit, Michigan, baby. I know you're automatically thinking it's a black lady. Don't do that, you racist.
I watched 8 Mile. I know there's more than black people there.
A couple. She started her career in stand-up comedy, sketch comedy, before transitioning her career to acting across stages and screens. She is still alive today and 85 years old. She's not one of these brand new gays. She's been gay the whole time. She's been in a relationship with her current partner since 1971, Manny.
Wow.
Yeah, which is longer than I've been alive.
Me too.
Yeah, and probably longer than your parents have been alive. No. She is 5'8". I'm trying to give you some stuff to where you can, I can try to help you.
I'm trying so hard right now.
Let's see. She was born Mary Jean Tomlin.
Oh. What? Oh my God. What's the name?
You may have seen her in, movies like 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton and Jane Fonda.
I'm so uncultured. I didn't see that.
You may have seen her. By the way, I just had like 5 people on the phone lines and they all hung up. I guess they wanted to guess. You may have seen her off Broadway. You may have seen her in Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In in 1969, where she really made her name as a sketch comedy master. She's got Emmy Awards. What?
Carol Burnett?
Carol Burnett? No, you jack off. Kind of the same era, though, is where she kind of blew up. She was in her recent movie. She was in 80 for Brady with a bunch of other funny old broads. No? Okay. God, I'm trying to think of some other stuff she's been in. She was in The West Wing, which is one of my favorite TV shows when Aaron Sorkin was writing it and he didn't.
I only saw like the first couple episodes.
The first couple seasons were good until Aaron Sorkin stopped writing it. Then it went to Dookie.
Well,
all right, you're never going to get it,
no,
dude.
I suck, dude.
I even gave you her
terrible.
last name, for God's sake.
I know. I just think Lily Tomlin.
That's who it is!
No way!
Celebrate life and say every day
Yes, Lily Tomlin.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I had no idea she was 85. What?
Yeah, dude.
Holy cow. I thought for sure my mom was older. And
No
she's
way.
like in her 70s.
No, Lily Tomlin was old when I was young. So, yeah, she's up there, dude.
That's how numbers work, yeah.
Yeah. But, no, she's awesome, man. She's always been great in everything she's ever done. And I'm glad she's still kicking around. And
She's hilarious, yeah.
Yeah, and she was one of those people, was a real advocate for, the Pride movement and all that back in the 80s and all that jive. And, she's one of those that's never been, in the news for being a weirdo, like, or doing
like
anything
Ellen.
mean. Oh, Ellen's a monster. Everybody knows Ellen's a monster.
She had to leave the country.
She'll never be gay of the day any year on this show because I've heard nothing but mean stuff about her.
Lame of the day, maybe.
Just, oh, God.
I know. JoJo will be back eventually, guys.
I miss her.
promise
I
you.
miss her so much. Mike Calta Aftershow. Who the hell are you?
Mike, who the hell are you?
What's up?
Hey, listen, I've never called or talked to you before. I heard you have a good singing voice. I'm just curious, is that you singing on the Gay of the Day intro?
No, but it could be if you wanted it to be.
Come on, let's hear it.
Gay of the Day. Hey. Thanks. There you go. I did sound. I'm going to do this from now on when I'm doing sound check. I'm going to sing sound check. I did that Saturday. I don't know what made me do it. I just started singing Sam Cooke as loud as I could.
Oh, people were into it.
Yeah, and then I looked over, and there was one black girl in the whole room. And she yanked her head around, and she was like, damn, baby.
Well,
God damn.
You killed it with Pitbull Toddler that day.
I wouldn't say killed it. I was just doing the thing with the band. Those guys killed it. I was just,
Very good.
I was joining in with them. It's so
I know
much
it wasn't
fun.
drunk me because sober wife at home said, wow, he's really good.
No, it's always fun to sing with a good band.
Yeah.
And those guys are great. They're great. About a month and a half ago, I met up with a couple of my old bandmates from the 90s that I used to sing with, and we did a couple sets over in the Brandon at like O'Brien's, and that was a blast because singing live music is different than karaoke. Karaoke's fun. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
did
it.
that
I have a
one
good time. If it's a good room with a good vibe at a karaoke show where everybody's having fun, I love it.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to a karaoke show where everybody's trying to be competitive, like they think they're on The Voice or American Idol, and everybody's just kind of like hating on each other, like like open mic comedy. I don't like that, because I'm like, look, I'm just here having fun.
Right.
Am I a good singer? Sure, but I'm not trying to out-sing anybody. I'm not trying to be out-sang by anybody.
You're a lot nicer to people who do bad at karaoke than you are comics that are bad at comedy.
Holy crap. You're right. By the way, how many people blurted this song out Saturday night during the show? I had like at least 4 times.
Yeah.
It's popular, dude. People love it. Once again, congratulations, Lily Tomlin. I know you're listening. I know you are.
Tunes in every day?
Yep. If you had to choose one venue, locally and beyond, what is your favorite comedy venue to perform in, Manny Guess?
Side Splitters, Tampa, Carrollwood. It's hands down.
Same.
Hands down.
Locally, yeah.
Hands down.
It's great. I mean, for Tampa Bay, yeah. There's no getting around it. And I have my favorite ones for every region,
Yeah.
South of here, Vasani, obviously. Have you performed at Vasani yet?
No.
As soon as I can get you to stop cursing so much, I'll get you a hosting spot down there.
I'm working on it.
Such a fun room. Yeah. And the food, unmatched. Unmatched.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's an Italian steakhouse. It's very bellissimo. I believe how they say it in the old world.
Something like that.
It's very, very good. What about anywhere in the country? Is there a dream venue for you to do? If they said, Manny Gassett, 5 years from now, Manny, we're ready to film your special. Where's it going to be? Right? That's tough, right?
Yeah. For a comedy venue?
Yeah, dude.
Probably like Zanies or something like that.
Nashville? A comedy club. Have you been there?
No, but
then why would you pick
dope.
It is dope, but honestly, it's like,
I don't want to say mothership. It just seems so overrated.
So you want to do your comedy special in a comedy club?
Okay, fine. Let's go with MSG.
No, I'm not telling you what the... I'm
over here thinking I can never get Madison Square Garden, but that would be awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
you're never going to do Madison Square.
Exactly. So why would I pick that? That's silly.
I'm not telling you to pick that. I didn't say MSG, dumbass. I was thinking like a theater, like the Beacon or something. That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
it's still massive.
Yeah.
Or even locally.
Tampa Theater would be nice,
dude.
Too.
That's my
Tampa Theater's beautiful, dude. Oh my God.
It's one of my favorite places ever. Growing up as a kid in Seminole Heights, we would take field trips there to watch Wizard of Oz every year.
Nice.
And we wouldn't even watch the movie because you're looking up at the ceiling because it looks like stars.
The architecture's wild.
Oh, I didn't know when I was a kid how haunted it is.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would have freaked me out. But when you go back as an adult and you look at the just the carvings and the wall and all the work that's done in that place and then the history, then you go, oh yeah, that should have scared the hell out of me when I was a child. But I was too busy looking at the stars on the ceiling.
Yeah.
No, there's been comedy specials filmed there, and that's the next evolution when you're like a touring comic and you kind of outgrow the clubs a little bit. Before you do Emily, you do Tampa Theater. Right. So it's like that step in the match. What do you call it? A maturation? Did I say the right word? Okay.
Yes, you did.
I don't know. My brain's like, say that.
You even got Dave Chappelle, who does like full stadium tours, and then he'll record in a theater because it's more intimate.
Well, that's the thing. I like theaters. I'm looking right now to refire up my special that never happened last year because I lost my sponsors and my venue because of the hurricane for a while. It really, it flooded it out literally. Mm-hmm. So now I'm being picky about picking another spot.
Tampa Theater's less than $2,000.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You shut your whore mouth. Yeah, but it's also 800 seats, and I don't know if I could fill 800 seats. If I could fill 800 seats, that would be one thing. So I'm looking at a theater, maybe 200 to 300 seats.
Okay.
So it's a theater. It's more intimate, And I want to get that done before the end of the year. So I'm working on that. And I got some things. I got some irons and some fires out there.
Side Splitters Wesley Chapel's technically a theater.
It is definitely a theater. I like that place too. It's a lot of fun.
Theater 7.
It really is a good theater, dude. I love it. And people have killed in that movie theater before.
Yeah.
All you got to do is throw popcorn at them.
Yeah.
Exactly. It happens.
They even filmed a murder there, too.
Murder! Let's take a break. When we come back. They were talking about on Galvin's News today the average cost to have a barbecue for 7 people at your home. I did the math at how much it would cost me to feed 7 people heartily at my house. If I have a barbecue, you'll be shocked at just how cheap it is when we come back.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
Sitting in traffic because of an auto accident is frustrating. We should remember, though, that the person in that accident ahead, their life has changed forever. And we may be thankful it isn't us. But if it ever is, call 1-800-BURNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Summer is here, so if you're thinking about selling your home, now is definitely the time. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can sell your home quickly and for maximum value. Hey, it's JP. Make the most of your summer by selling your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You can skip all the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home quickly without the stress of showings, open houses, or the costly repairs. Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed all-cash offer allows you to sell your home in as little as 21 days and move on to the next chapter of your life when you're ready on your timeline. Bone listener Lori said, quote, Mark Spain Real Estate was great. They had our house sold within 3 days and kept us informed of everything that was happening. Mark Spain Real Estate was wonderful to work with, and I would recommend them to anyone looking to sell, end quote. With over 13,000 5-star reviews, you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The old saying, you get what you pay for, still holds true today. Like when air conditioning companies offer you $29 tune-ups. Really? I'm not going to be fooled by that, and you shouldn't be either. Hi, I'm Zach Moskowitz, president of Cox Heating and Air Conditioning. Those so-called deals lure you into spending a lot more. At Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, we have a real honest solution. It's our Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan. For only $110 for first-time customers, our certified technicians visit your home twice a year and keep you cool. Get your Cox Personalized Maintenance Plan today at coxair.com.
License number CAC 1816108.
Cox is your key to comfort since 1958.
There's $250K or more on the line every single day on Hard Rock Bet. But now you can win an even bigger share. Hard Rock Bet Battle of the Bets rolls on with a brand new format so you can win bigger bonus bets. We ask a question, you bet the winning answer for $1. Download the Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app. Plus, new players bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Let's do a 4th of July with Galaxy Fireworks on the corner of MLK and Florida Avenue. The number for fireworks is 234-BANG. Go to GalaxyFireworks.com to find a location near you. Shop early to avoid the crowds. Galaxy Fireworks. Out of this world.
John Senning here. I'm obviously not an attorney, but Mo DeWitt is. And you probably already know that if you're injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo and his firm fights for the injured people in Tampa Bay to get them what they deserve. Fighting the insurance companies can seem overwhelming, but that's what Mo does every day. And he's ready to do it for you. No matter what life throws at you, stand up and fight to get what you deserve. And it all starts with one call to Tampa's injury attorney at 866-CALL-MO. Give him a call day or night at 866-CALL-MO. That's 866-CALL-MOE.
The Bay has elite wings. But whose are the best?
Tell me likey. Tell me want wingy.
102.5 The Bone and Stella Artois are on the hunt for the Bay's best wings. Visit one of the participating restaurants and enjoy a Stella Artois with some wings. Then scan the QR code and vote. The restaurant with the most votes will be crowned the best wings in the Bay and be featured on the Mike Calta Show. Plus, you can win cool Stella gear just for voting. For details and locations, visit theboneonline.com. Thanks to Hooters, Hurricane Eddie's in Dunedin, Eden, Abe's Place, Norton's East Side, and Downtown Pizza. Now, back to the Mike Calta After Show.
How much money you got? 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 A lot. How much money you got? A lot. How many problems you got? A lot. How many people done doubted you? A lot. Left you out to rot? A lot. How many pray that you flop? A lot. How many lawyers you got? A lot. How many times you got shot? A lot. How many you shot? A lot. How many times did you ride? A lot. How many?
Welcome back.
How many times did you?
It's Mike Calta After Show, 10:49 in the a.m. We got a few more minutes with you, fine bone fam.
Damn,
Already, dude. Flies right by. That is Manny Gassett. I am Johnny B. We're comedians.
I try.
I mean, he's working on it.
Yeah.
We'll give him that. You can go see me doing stand-up all over the place. Shout out to everybody once again that came out to the Twisted Tiki over the weekend.
Yay.
Great time. JohnnyBComedy.com. I'll be all over the place. I'm judging a competition in Punta Gorda on Thursday at the Celtic Gray. You were there with me last month.
Yes, sir.
Fun times. I'll be back headlining Divine Brewing.
Yeah.
In beautiful Palm Harbor. That'll be happening July 12th, so a couple of weeks from now. Very funny Bob Holden will be featuring for me.
Hey,
John J.
Bobby.
Murray. Yeah, little Bobby. Oh, Bobbo. He's great.
Bobby boy.
Even though he runs 3 rooms in St. Pete and he doesn't book me in them. That's fine, Bob. That's fine. Thanks a lot, Bob. Why would you want me in your room, Bob? I guess you have young crowds, huh, Bobby?
Man, they like the messed up stuff, too.
Do they like the old washed-up jerk-offs?
Oh, it is St. Pete, though, yeah.
It's fine. I play St. Pete.
They're a little more sensitive.
Sons of bitches. I love it. I love it. Give me a sensitive crowd. I'll lean right into your sensitivities. Little bitches. Better wake up. God, you see.
I love when you get fired up.
Stupid Mark Maron, dude. Man.
Bro, not only that, but Dana Gould came out and said it's time for a Tampa podcaster to take over now. I was like, what?
He can relax too, but
the fact that we're even on the map for that.
Well, Mark Maron came out and said, "Oh, congratulations to all the anti-woke comics. I guess you won." Shut up. There's no room for wokeness in comedy. Comedy's subjective. If you don't like what people are saying, don't watch them. Don't consume their product. If you don't like chicken wings, don't go to Hooters. If you like chicken wings, go to Hooters. It's delicious.
And the most important part, they're just jokes.
Oh, there you say most important part is the hot-ass girls at Hooters.
Nah, I go to Wing House for that.
Nah. I'm old school, dog. Give me those orange pants. Yum, num, 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 num. I still love the wings at Hooters. I think they're fantastic.
Yeah.
We went over there for JP's Liquid Lunch, and it was outstanding.
Heck yeah.
I don't have people coming over for barbecue on 4th of July because, no, I don't want to.
Me neither. No, I don't do that.
On Galvin's News today, they were talking, the average cost, one of these websites reported for 7 people about $70. And first of all, no.
That's a low ball.
Even if you're eating hot dogs, they talked about it. Like Mike said, what is that, 1 hot dog a piece? And I'm like, that sounds like a pride parade to me, baby. But 1 hot dog a piece, baby. Happy pride. But I did the math. I think if you know how to, spread the money around, here's what I would do. If I had 7 people coming over, I could easily feed them, but it would be a little bit more than $70.
Right.
I got it down. Here's my breakdown.
Okay.
If you go to Costco, and I do, you can get 2 pork butts that comes up to, right around 10 pounds of meat.
Ugh.
For about $3.29 a pound, sometimes $3.50 a pound. You're talking $35 now for 10 pounds of pork butt, boneless pork butt.
There's half.
That's $35.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't have a smoker, this doesn't apply to you. If you have an Instant Pot, you could throw a pork butt in an Instant Pot with a bottle of marinade. Boom, blast it for an hour and a half, and you'll have pulled pork. But smoke this pork butt. Give yourself several hours to do that. Obviously. Now that's $35. Now I could make 5 pounds of mac and cheese for about $20. All right. You go to Walmart, you get a couple boxes of cavatappies, you get you some, buy the block cheese. Don't buy it already shredded. Number one, they put powder and stuff in it.
Yep.
so it doesn't stick together. It's more expensive, and it's crap. You get block cheese, and you shred it yourself. Put a little elbow grease into it. So for about $20, I can make plenty of mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I'd say $10, I can make about a gallon of baked beans and make them taste delicious. It's all about what you put into them. You buy the regular baked beans, the bushes, and then you put your own brown sugar, chop up your own onions, saute them up, maybe a little bit of garlic, things like that. You can jazz them up. Yeah, zhuzh them up. You got it right. I can do that for about $10. $5, I can get a big bag of potato chips. And then for about $18, I can get drinks. And then $12 for hamburger buns. There you go. You got pulled pork sandwiches.
You missed the most important part.
What?
The Kirkland hot dogs.
Shut up, bitch.
You can buy the Costco hot dogs
$1.50
in a pack.
You can get everybody a Coke and a hot dog.
It's less than $1 a hot dog if you buy them in the pack.
You make them meet you at Costco. You don't even have to clean anything. You go, hey, guys, I'm having a barbecue. And they go, oh, at your house? No, at Costco. I need $1.50 from all of you. I'll handle the tax. We're all eating hot dogs.
Yes.
And then we're going to we'll give a prize out for the person that eats a hot dog without chewing.
Oh.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Manny Gassett, everybody follow him. Manny the Comic on everything, right?
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Even the .coms. My schedule's up on there.
MannyTheComic.com, everybody. Go see him somewhere. It's probably free. He's not great.
It's true.
He's still working at it.
I promise. It's kind of okay.
He's working on getting over to Dignitary Cafe one day.
Oh, man, that's the dream.
Dare to dream, my friend. When I said, what venue would you want to do your special, I wanted you to say that so bad.
That one.
I love Ian. I love Dignitary. I'll be over there hanging out this week. Promise you that. JP is up next. Have a fantastic rest of your day, guys. Stay dry, you wet bitches. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. NASCAR lives on 102.5 The Bone. The cars. The drivers.
I'm not surprised, and anybody who is should rethink their NASCAR knowledge.
And all the left turns you can handle. Race Day Sundays, where NASCAR lives in Tampa Bay. Right here on 102.5 The Bone. Sponsored by Jerry Ulm Jeep Ram. #1 in the country.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa. If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Our huge 4th of July celebration is on at every Crown Automotive dealership with star-spangled savings on the new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV you need. We're loaded with inventory, but these very special Independence Day offers are good through July 4th only. That means you only have 5 days left to save like never before. Hurry to our huge 4th of July sale and let freedom at the Crown Automotive dealership of your choice. The better way to buy and service.
You've put it off all month, but guys, you need to act now. International Diamond Center's amazing free finance offer ends Monday. So if it's time to pop the question, celebrate a big anniversary, or upgrade her diamond, now is the best time. And this is the best way to buy. You can make any purchase and spread your payments over 5 years with an unheard of interest rate of just 0%. 0.0. That's all the way to the year 2030. All designer rings and all certified diamonds are included. All colored gemstone jewelry, all fashion jewelry. Nothing's held back. So act now. Get that $12,000 engagement ring with a hand-picked certified diamond and designer setting and pay just $200 a month. Or that $3,000 diamond eternity band, just $50 a month. While interest rates are up everywhere else, IDC takes them all the way down to zero. So you can go big. But time is running out. International Diamond Center's rate relief ends Monday, June 30th.